Hello, my name is Charles Bedord. Have you ever thought that you would like to be slightly taller or shorter? Also, what if you could accomplish that just by taking a few steps? Well, stay tuned and learn how to do so, as today we will be discussing grow and shrink mystery spots. My guest today is Dr. Sing Lin. Dr. Lin earned his PhD in electrical engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, and is an expert on antennas and wireless communication systems. He is currently retired and enjoys traveling, photography, and investigating various things such as dark matter, dark energy, and unexplained phenomena. Today, Dr. Lin will discuss grow and shrink mystery spots. Dr. Lin, welcome to The Better Part.
Hi.
So, Dr. Lin, can you please tell us exactly what is a grow and shrink mystery spot, and how did you become interested in them?
Okay, it is a very special area on the Earth's surface. The size is about 200, 300 feet wide. Special area in there, there are some very strange phenomena that appears to be so strange that it seems to violate the known law of physics, and it looks very mysterious.
Now, when you say 200 to 300 feet wide, you mean long and depth?
Right,
Okay.
that geographic area, yes. And the way I get interested in this is that I have a very strong scientific curiosity since my childhood. So I often go on sightseeing trip by driving the car myself, either my own car or rental car. And I look at the internet. If there's something interesting from scientific viewpoint, I usually quite often take a detour, side trip of half hour, 1 hour to go to see these special places. And so as one example, in 1993, when I was driving to go to visit the beautiful place called Santa Cruz on California coast, and the internet information said there is a strange place called Mystery Spots in the redwood forest in the mountain, only about 4 miles north of Santa Cruz. So I took that detour, about 10 minutes driving, to go there to take a look to see what's going on in there. And when I spent about half hour going through the tour in there, boy, it was really very strange.
Down, the
and
bubble
very
does
impressive.
go into the center, meaning this is a flat and level surface. Flip it around. Ah, it's still in the center of the board. Still center. But I know you guys didn't come down here just to see 2 level 2x4s. So if I can have the assistance of 2 volunteers.
Go. Noel, go.
There, I got 1.
I'll volunteer.
And 2, yeah, alright.
Here we
These
are
are
at
gonna
the
hop
world
up on these
famous
boards
mystery
facing
spot.
each other like they're skis. Perfect, alright, so now looking at one another, your eye levels, oh, you're about the same height, you might be looking just here at the nose, or just top of his head. Now if you 2 could please switch places. Oh, sorry. As you entered the mystery spot, you actually lost about 3 inches of height, and there is no refund. Give a round of applause. You guys now have some time if you want to try these boards out for yourselves, or you can spend that time staring awkwardly at me, whichever you prefer. The boards.
Yeah, let's see 2 more people go. Okay, here we go. Look how their size is going to change.
Yeah.
One side and the other.
Oh.
Take a picture. Let's see who's taller.
Guys, okay.
How tall are you?
5'11".
5'11".
All right, now let's go.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Whoa, look at that.
And that sort of started my interest for the next 26 years. I'm investigating these very strange phenomena, not only at that particular location in Santa Cruz. There are also several other places throughout North America. So I visit many of them and get the personal experience and try to find out what's going on from a scientific viewpoint. Yeah.
In your scientific opinion, do you believe that grow and shrink mystery spots are illustrate real phenomena, or are they just created by optical illusions?
Many people thought it's just an optical illusion if they don't spend enough time to poke at it and think about it and look into behind it. And I spent 26 years visiting several places and look into a lot of information and look deeper into it. And with my kind of background in engineering and science, I begin to realize there are several sets of evidence, scientific evidence, to show that this phenomena, strange phenomena, is real. It's not just an optical illusion. There are several sets of evidence. So first of all, the gravity inside this special area is very abnormal, very different from regular, normal gravity in regular places.
How so?
Yeah. And it's not just the value of the gravity, though the strength is different. It also is tilted that the gravity vector pulling, in normal place, the gravity vector is pulling straight down, pulling everything straight down into the earth. But in this strange area, that gravity is tilted. It has an angle, so it has a horizontal component in addition to the vertical
So
component.
you get this and this too,
Yeah, right,
which
right.
winds up something like that.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And this abnormal gravity can be measured, can be quantified. So it's not something ambiguous. It's scientifically can be measured, can be quantified. That's one evidence. And the second evidence is that some digital electronic device don't work inside in those special area. It works well outside of the area. One example of this electronic device is digital body weight scale. Outside in normal
You mean
place.
the typical old bathroom scale we used to stand on?
Yes, that we can stand there and watch to see how is our body
When
weight.
you mean analog, you mean the type with the little needle that goes back and forth?
Right. Those are the old-fashioned. There are two types that's available in the market, either the old analog type or the new digital type that there's no needle swinging but show digital number, what is your body weight. So we took one of the digital version of the body weight scale into this mystery spot in Santa Cruz. And it doesn't work inside there, but it works well outside of that special area. So that electronic device can feel the difference. It's
So
not,
what do you mean it didn't work there? Did you stand on it actually?
Yeah, stand on it. It doesn't show anything. There's no number.
No numbers at all?
Yeah, it doesn't show. Okay. And there are also, I have personal experience using GPS navigator. And when we drive near that area, the GPS navigator go crazy, tell you wrong things. For example, I drove over a small bridge over a river, small river. GPS navigator told me to make a left turn right there. If I make a right turn, I'll go into the river. Its position is all wrong, GPS navigator. And there are other electronics. Some other people took their camcorder, try to record those video event, and when it worked well outside, but when they bring into that special area, it doesn't work. So these devices can feel the difference. It's not just human eye see those mysteries. The device will see the difference, will feel the difference. Work or doesn't work. Okay, that's the second
That's
set.
fascinating.
Yeah, and then there are other evidence. There's how these places are discovered. Some of them early, 40, 50 years ago were discovered by land surveyor. They took those old-fashioned land survey equipment to do the land survey measurement. And when they get into that special area, it doesn't work well. It goes crazy.
Now, are you talking about the plumb lines that hang
Yeah.
down from surveying equipment?
Right. Usually they have to set up initial setting, set it correctly in order to do precision measurement. And to do the set it up properly, they have to adjust the three legs, the tripod carefully, so that the land survey equipment is set horizontally, precisely, Okay, and after that, then there's a plumb bob going down to point at the position on the ground. They had to point the position accurate at a known landmarker in order to do precision measurement. But this initial setting is called leveling, and centering usually can be done very easily at normal places, no issue. But when they took those equipment into this special area, the equipment doesn't work. When they set up the equipment to make it looks like labeling very well, the plumb bob doesn't point straight down; it points sideways.
So let me get this straight. Instead of going down, the plumb line goes down at an angle.
Go at an angle.
That's interesting.
Yeah, then it's obvious to them something is wrong in there. That's how some of these mystery spots was discovered. But that's just one example. This instrument can feel the difference inside versus outside. It's not just a human eye see the mystery. The equipment also see the strange phenomena in there. Okay, and then when people go near the center of that mystery area, your body feel a very strong horizontal pull, a horizontal gravity pulling on your body, such that you cannot stand up straight. You are standing at a tilted angle in order to balance that horizontal pull. Yeah. So, and there are some more evidence like this. So when I look into this, collect this evidence, I begin to feel, I convince myself, this strange phenomena is not just a illusion of our eye. There are a lot of other things. Instrument can feel the difference between inside versus outside.
So you're telling me that a person cannot stand upright. They're actually at a tilt.
Right, right.
Did you have that? Have you experienced that yourself?
Yes.
Do you feel that you're tilting?
Not only feel tilting. If you look straight down, you cannot see your own feet. You cannot see your own shoe because you're tilting that much.
I'll be darned. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So there are several sets of evidence. If I spend enough time to look into it, you begin to see, collect this evidence to convince yourself that there's something very strange in there, and it's very real. It's not just a illusion.
So this is, you have evidence that backs it up both on the instrumentation side, the electronic type of instruments such as scales and so on, and also the physical instruments such as plumb lines, and also on your body itself.
Right.
Now, when I talked to you earlier, you mentioned in conjunction with grow and shrink mystery spots, tilted houses. And can you talk a little bit about tilted houses and how they relate to grow and shrink mystery spots? And what is a tilted house?
Okay, that started, that's maybe 80, 90 years ago.
Okay.
The first known mystery spots. Its name is called Oregon Vortex. And it's in southern Oregon in a town called Gold Hill.
Oh, get the stick.
Because there was a gold mine in there, and there are people, workers, doing the mining work in that area. And then there's a geologist or engineer came from UK to work in there. He has some scientific engineering background. His name is John Lister.
John Lister, okay.
Yeah, and they work in that area, and they feel that strange mystery phenomena in there. And originally, there was an office, wood structural office called assay office for the government official to examine the weight of the gold, when they
Right,
find the gold.
they used to have the little balance there, right?
Balance.
The pan balance.
Right. That was original for that purpose, the office. And they said, at least on the internet, they said, that's about in 1920 or sometime that early day. During one heavy rainstorm, that office wood structure just slid off its foundation and went down the slope of a hill and came to rest at a place where there's a big tree that stop it. And when it stopped, it's on a slope, so that house is tilted at a certain angle. Stop there, and it turns out that area, where it stopped, is near the center of that strange Oregon vortex, where the
house actually kind of tilted off the foundation, yes.
Right. And that's very strong. And this John Lister has been investigating those strange phenomena for quite some time. And when that house is sitting there, he went in there, he realized that tilted house in there kind of have an effect to exaggerate some of those mystery, make those mystery even more profound, even more exciting or more entertaining. And he know enough about those mysteries, he can see the commercial value. He said by taking advantage of that tilted house, he can make several demonstrations of those mysteries even more entertaining, such that the people are willing to pay the fee to go there to see these very pronounced strange phenomena and are willing to pay for it. So he began set it up and then open it to the public and sell tickets and make money out of it. So that's the first sort of commercialized mystery house that way. And then there are other places that people also have those special place with that strange phenomena. Originally, those people didn't know what to do. They just say, well, it's strange there, and only a few people work in that area know about it. But when those owners come to visit this Oregon vortex, they say, wow, by putting a tilted house there, they can make it even more interesting, and they can attract a lot of visitors paying for ticket to be entertained by those strangers. So one by one, gradually, there are the 7 or 8 of these mystery spots in the country, many of them with a similar tilted house to make it more interesting.
So you're saying that the mystery spot itself, the phenomena you feel there is real, and the tilted house exaggerates it.
Right.
And they built the tilted house just to bring in more money.
Yeah,
because it exaggerated what they.
Yes. And so from my experience, that tilted house has kind of positive beneficial effect and also negative effect. The beneficial effect is that it makes it more interesting, and many people as visitors are willing to pay the fee to be entertained by watching those strange phenomena. And the second benefit is that because of that, those mystery spots become more famous and attract more and more people, more visitors, so that some technical people like me, like John Lister or other scientists, become aware of it, become interested, and become willing to spend time and effort to investigate what it is. And indeed, it has a lot of scientific things in there that's very important to science. In some aspect, we still don't fully understand. But so that's the value that the mystery house bring the attention of some scientists, some technical people. For example, I know three technical people went in there to do careful measurement of the clock speeds.
Oh, really? Okay.
They spent several weeks doing very careful measurement, comparing the clock speed inside the mystery area versus outside, and they see the difference. And the reason they do that is that according to Einstein's theory of relativity, the gravity will affect the clock speeds. In a place like those mystery spots, if the gravity is stronger, the clock will slow down slightly, and it can be measured over several weeks. They can see the difference.
So this is kind of like when you watch these science fiction movies, and you see a spaceship being, quote, sucked into a black hole, unquote, and sometimes they'll show time slowing down.
Yes.
So you're saying that as you get closer to a large center of gravity, the clock really does slow down, and time slows down. Does it finally stop then, or?
No, that can happen in the
Yes.
real black hole. But this mystery spot's gravity, although it's stronger than our regular gravity, but it's not as strong as a real black
Right,
hole.
right.
So it has that kind of effect, but it's smaller, but it's measurable.
It's
They have to
measurable.
measure it carefully over several weeks. They can measure and see the difference.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is another example. The instrument can see the difference between the gravity inside mystery spot versus outside. So it's not just a pure illusion. I mean, the instrument can measure it. It's
Now,
measurable.
I know this is somewhat technical, but how do you go about measuring gravity?
Oh, there are several ways. One example is set up a string, and by counting the string speed and the length of the string, there's a formula to
Okay.
calculate gravity.
Okay.
That's one way, and there are probably other more accurate method. There are more than one way to measure it. Yeah.
And there are people from universities, I take it, that are conducting studies in these mystery spots. And
Yes. Yeah.
has anything been published? Do you know? Are there any published papers?
I have been describing on my website. I have my travel log, and I have several websites describing these things. But so far as I know, this is really related to very deep mystery in the modern science, the so-called dark matter and dark energy. The whole world, the whole human beings still don't understand them,
Right.
and they can create these strange phenomena. And because of that's the third aspect of the effect of that tilted mystery house. Unfortunately, that tilted house is so obvious that many people look at it and say, "Oh, it's because of this tilted mystery house, this mystery house." So all those mysteries are fake. It's all caused by this illusion. So a lot of people believe these mysteries are illusion, and with that, a lot of scientists are afraid to publish a paper and say this is real, because so many people think it's fake.
You're right.
And that's one reason I think not many scientists are willing to do that. There are thousands of scientists that have been working on this issue of dark matter for more than 80 years, but we still have not, the whole world, we still have not solved this mystery. And it came from, as far as I know, 2 or 3 different places. In astronomy observation, there are several phenomena, again, very mysterious, very strange. They look at the rotation of galaxy in the astronomy observation.
Different galaxies. Okay.
Yeah, galaxy, how it rotates. And based on our traditional knowledge and thinking of the solar system, in our solar system, when these planets are rotating around the sun, the planet that's closer to the sun will rotate faster, has a faster angular speed. And the planet that's very far away usually rotate angular speed is much slower. So there are different rotating speeds. But when they observe this galaxy, they were surprised astronomers. So the whole disk of galaxy was rotating at the same angular speed. The outer one are running much faster, so that the angular speed is the same as the inside. And boy, that to many scientists and astronomers, so that's horrible. It violated our known law of physics. When the star or something are very far away, the gravity from the center is supposed to be much weaker. So they should be running slower to a smaller centrifugal force to keep them in there. If they are running as fast as the inside one, their centrifugal force is too strong. They will fly away. So they look at that whole galaxy rotating at the same speed. Our known law of physics say that that whole galaxy should be flying apart because it's spinning
But
too
it's
fast.
not.
But it's not. It's just stay there.
Now,
So-
matter is, for instance, I can touch this table, I can touch this fern, and I can feel it, I can see it, I can sense it. Dark matter, then, I cannot see, sense, or feel. Is this correct?
That's right.
This just a mathematical construct? in that we talk about dark matter because we think it has to be there to account for certain things?
Yeah, that's just one example. They said in we cannot deny that the galaxy is in there, it's rotating that way for
Right.
billions of years. It doesn't fall apart. So they say in order to stay that way, there must be a lot of extra mass, extra gravity to hold those outer star in that orbit so
Okay.
that it doesn't fly away. So there must be a lot of extra mass, but we cannot see them. And we cannot see them, but it must be there in order to have enough gravity.
Now, how does dark matter relate to what we see in mystery spots?
Yeah, this mystery spot has this extra gravity, and it takes some technical background to do some calculation estimation. And I realized that our ordinary matter in our Earth that we are familiar cannot do that, cannot produce that kind of strong gravity
Right.
in that mystery spot area. That strong gravity is there, but our non-ordinary matter cannot produce it. Doesn't have enough density to produce enough gravity to do that.
Right.
So when I postulate my theory, my thinking that there must be something we cannot see, but has a strong gravity. It can produce strong gravity to
So you're
create.
thinking then that there's a concentration of dark matter very
Right.
close
Yes.
or in the same position as these mystery spots.
Yeah,
That's
inside there.
producing these phenomena. And this
Right.
dark matter is exerting a gravitational pull.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Right.
so it's a gravity, but we don't know what that dark matter is. We can't feel it or
Yeah.
see it.
Right. That's right. It's the same problem that thousands of scientists are struggling from the astronomy observation.
Right.
But from the mystery spot close here in the Earth, I see the same problem, same mystery of the dark matter. And we have been struggling for, all these scientists for 60, 70 years. We have not solved that mystery of dark matter yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but that very well might account for what we see there at the mystery spots.
Yes. Yeah.
Fascinating. Dr. Lin, thank you very much for joining us today on The Better Part. And next time I go to Santa Cruz, I'll be sure and visit the Grow and Shrink mystery spot there. Also, I would like to invite our TV viewers to join us and become members of The Better Part. Visitors are always welcome to attend our meetings held at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays at the Cupertino Senior Center. If you are interested in becoming a Better Part member, please contact the Senior Center for more information or simply attend one of our meetings. Remember, too, that our shows are also available for viewing on Roku and YouTube. Thanks for watching.